Hello, my creepy friends on the internet. It's okay if I call you that, right? I'm here for some more stationery fangirling. This time I'm starting out with a trip to Yoseka Stationery, a real life wonderland. Here are some super fancy professional YouTube clips.
Yeah. It's hard for me to pay attention because I have to pee so much.
Any good finds?
Wow, that almost made it look as if I know how to edit videos. But to tell you a little secret, it's just because my husband is a cinematic genius. But enough about that jerk. Let's talk about some of this delicious junk that I bought. I got a washi tape cutter, which I've never had before, and I probably won't use that much, but I figured I needed one of those. I got some little stamps that I'll show you in a minute. I bought this pouch and watched through the magic of video editing. You can't even tell that I fought with the cellophane bag. So I've pretty much redeemed myself from my last video. I always buy pouches like this because I love them and then I don't ever use them. I have a box filled with them, but maybe now that all you creepy people are watching me, I'm going to prove myself wrong and start using them. And then I got this notebook. I'm pretty sure this is the second time I've run into one of these little notebooks with the teeny tiny little graph paper. And I bought one then and I bought it again, and wait till you see how many blank notebooks I have. And then I also bought a nice new TWSBI Eco Tea in saffron. I have a ton of TWSBI Ecos. I don't have a single Eco Tea, so I thought now was a good chance for me to buy one. I love the color of it. I think I got it in a fine nib. I haven't inked it up quite yet, but I'm sure at some point you'll see me writing with it in a video because that sounds really fascinating. And now let's dive into a little notebook time. This notebook here was a test product for my shop that didn't quite make the cut because I didn't really like the paper quality in it, but it's, good enough for me. And I'm pretty sure I paid money for it, so why not use it? This is my Fauxbonichi, I think the cool kids call it. It's a relatively new concept to me. The notebook I'm about to show right here is sort of my normal go-to style of art journaling where I sort of decorate the page, usually with a lot of collage, some doodling, and then I fill in the spaces with words. I do the decorating first, and then I fill in the words after. You can see here a page that's been decorated, but no words yet. So yeah, that's kind of my go-to style. So this Fauxbonichi thing, I learned about on the internet, and I've been trying to do it. It turns out to be like really scrapbooky for me. I put in a lot of like things I've been drawing lately or products I've gotten into the shop or, whatever happened that day, and then I add a few words. And so we're going to do a couple pages for the weekend that I spent in New York. Originally, or in theory, we went to go see this play with Oscar Isaac and I forget the lady's name, Rachel something. She's the marvelous Mrs. Maisel. But obviously I was much more interested in going to Yoseka. So we did that first. But we went to the Brooklyn Museum, got a little ephemera from there. And so I was just going to use all this to decorate the page. And also I forgot to show you when I was showing you all my goodies. I got this ink from Yoseka, and I left this part in where I'm opening it with the scissors so you can just see how daring I am with sharp objects. But the reason I got this ink was because, I wanted to get an ink, and I swatched it, and I really liked it, so they have this place where you can swatch all the inks that they have. And then the real reason I got it was because I really liked the bottle. I'd never heard of this brand of ink before, and I can't remember what it is off the top of my head, so I'm going to go look. Hold on. Magic. I'm back, and now I know. It's Dominant Industry ink, and the color I got was leaf green. Definitely going to be putting that in my TWSBI Eco the next time I ink up pens. The first thing I like to do usually on a page is put in the dates. This one it was a 3-day weekend, so I put the beginning date and the end date. I always love a good little red date stamp. It's totally my aesthetic. I don't know if that's a thing, but I'm saying it is, so it is. And then I tried to do a little editing here where I would snap my fingers and the stuff would be unwrapped. It didn't work so well with the washi, but it almost worked with the stamps. Through magic. Oh, see, look at that. I mean, I'm a stationery wizard is what I'm trying to tell you. Anyways, these little stamps are like little images that you would use in your planner. I got the scale because I'm a fatty. I got the packages because I like to buy stuff. And then I got the little planner because I thought it was cute. And so I don't usually use stamps, and I'm not sure how often I'll use these, but again, I see a nice little piece of stationery that I think is clever or smart or cute, and I buy it and then worry about later how I'm going to use it. I do have a couple gaps here in the videos because even though I am a professional YouTuber, my camera is not a professional YouTuber, and it would randomly turn off, and it randomly started filming things in slow motion. But I think for the most part, you get to see a lot of my process here. And I already bought a new camera, so don't worry about that. Next time, it's going to be even more professional. So I really just sort of wing the design. I don't plan a lot ahead. I just start, obviously when you go to a stationery store, you got new stationery, you're going to use it to decorate the page. And so I just dive in doing that, throwing on the washi and the stamps, and I got these little vase stickers that I liked. And then I'm also putting down the instruction sheet from the TWSBI. I mean, if I didn't use it here, it would just sit in a box in a cupboard. And I don't know, I like fountain pens, so I want to put them in my notebook somehow. You'll see on the side there, I have the playbill from the play. That's sort of the biggest piece of ephemera that I got, so I'm sort of saving that right-hand page for that. It did make me feel super famous to be 5 feet away from Oscar Isaac. And I guess Marvelous Mrs. Maisel too, I like that show. And then the receipt I'm putting down now, we went to eat sushi the first night we got there. And I don't always put the receipts for meals out, but the reason I put this one was the sushi was really good, and we also had peach sushi there, which I've never had before, so, why not stick it in? And then I'm also putting in the Yoseka logo from the bag that I cut out. I didn't actually think to bring a notebook with me or anything. I'm sure they would have stamped it for me directly if I had. But I didn't, so, maybe next time that I drive 4 hours to get to New York City and see them. And then I'm putting down the little tag from the TWSBI pen. These are sort of, I think, iconically like a TWSBI packaging thing. And I didn't really like how it was sticking, so I put some packing tape on top because, I don't know, I'm not trying to make it super pretty. I just want my stuff in there. And then with the playbill, what I did was I tore off the cover, obviously, so we could see our favorite celebrities. And then I also took the cast page from inside, and I don't think I've attached it yet. I think I'm about to attach it, just so I could have it, have both pieces, have it flip out so it would fit inside there. So I just, used glue tape to stick those together. And that little green bit that you see there at the top is just like a random page from the playbill. I thought it was some good texture, so I kept that to put it up there in the corner. And again, here I am, tipping in the thing, and I told you last time I didn't tip in anything. Wait till you see what I do with that postcard. Like, things are about to get wild. And I mentioned we went to the Brooklyn Museum while we were there, so I got a little bit of ephemera from there. I got that map, and I cut out a couple things from that, which I think I didn't end up really using. And then I got this really overpriced pack of Brooklyn Museum stickers because I'm always going to buy the stickers no matter how overpriced they are. And actually, I was just sort of setting them down on the page to decide which ones I liked, and it turned out exactly where I set them. I was like, oh, wait a second. This is how I'm going to stick them on there. And then I had this little other bit that I was going to attach beneath them. So, I really just sort of went with the moment. And, touchy-feely, new agey, I'm all about it, So then I just stuck things down exactly how I accidentally threw them on the page. I like to think that art journaling is really just like fate. Or, insert some other deep philosophical thought here. I did actually get to use a lot of the stickers in other notebooks and journals. I think there was like 10 of them total. But, I sort of maximized their use here in this spread because when the hell else am I going to actually use a Brooklyn Museum sticker? I don't know. I think I put some in my garbage journal. I think you'll see some in my art journals if I, show those a little bit next time. But other than that, I was like, hey, let me just cover all these blank spaces with these $10 stickers. So that's what I did. And I think this have fun, these words are the only thing I ended up using from that museum map. Which really I think we should probably put together some sort of demonstration or protest so that museums start, creating ephemera that's prettier for my own personal use. And then this postcard, I decided to do another tip-in because last time I told you I don't do tip-ins and I don't use postcards. So I decided, let's just get crazy, I think this is just who I am now. I obviously couldn't do the whole thing, and I think because the design is so sort of all over the place, I felt really good about just tearing that sucker right in half. That way I sort of get some of the color and the design, but I also can still see some of the page peeking out from beneath it. So I trimmed it down, and I gotta be honest, I actually ended up really liking the tip-ins on this page, and so that's why I think, I've evolved, and now I'm like an art journaler from 5 years ago when this was cutting edge. And of course, I couldn't cover up Oscar's face because that's gotta be the focal point of the page. I call him Oscar because we're really good friends now after, I sat in the audience 5 feet away from him. So I just tear off that extra little bit so he's peeking out there. And then I was like, oh crap, I have all this blank space that this tip-in made. Why don't I cover it with more of these goddamn stickers? And so that's what I did. And of course they're hanging off the sides and I'm hacking at them with scissors. I don't know why I'm so angry at these stickers, but I mean, who needs 10 Brooklyn Museum stickers? Not me. Well, I guess I did need them because I bought them and used all of them, but still, very angry about it, I guess. And I thought the left side of the page there was a little boring, so I added some green color dots to match the Yoseka color there. I think one thing that is a constant throughout my art journaling is that I just love these color dots and I will stick them literally anywhere. And then here's the finished product. I think that's all we've got for today. I don't go to New York City every weekend, but I'm sure I'll have, some more exciting journeys to document in here with you. I'm also trying to work on a couple other video ideas I have for you guys. So until then, keep journaling or some catchphrase.